Hey, what's up? It's the Techno Mac. I am pretty excited today because I got a new sub to upgrade my old computer speaker system. I got this Altec Lansing ADA 880 multimedia computer speaker system a while ago, a really long while ago, maybe 10, 12 years ago. And the thing has just been banging. It's taken a ton of abuse, been moved around a bunch of different houses. It always just performed. So after being in some sub-zero winters in the garage for a while, the sub finally took a dive. So I'm going to repair it today with this Dayton Audio reference series 8-inch aluminum cone woofer. This is model number RS225-4. That means it's 4 ohms. It's rated for 80 watts RMS. The old Altec Lansing one was 40 watts at 4 ohms. And its frequency range is 35 to 2300 hertz. The crossover on the computer system is at 150 hertz. So really all I care about is that 35 to 150 hertz. So let's get started. All right. Oh yeah. I've got a Dayton Audio sub for my home theater system. That's a 10. That's an awesome value. Dayton Audio just makes really good stuff for the price. Boom. You can see it has a 6-bolt pattern, which coincides with the bolts on the bottom of this sub, so hopefully it fits in perfectly. There are my posts that I need to solder to. So Parts Express is where I purchased this from. It has an awesome subwoofer finder guide that has, you can copy it out of the web browser and put it into Excel and sort it by how many watts and ohms and all the different specs, so you can pick the one that fits your needs the best, which was great for me because you know, you can't just pick any old 8-inch sub that would go in a car. Well, you could, but those need to be driven by much more power. The old speaker in this was only, oh, missed one. The old speaker in this one was only 40 watts, and this is 80. It was really the lowest powered one I could find. So I am hoping that this drill pattern matches, and it does. Holes line up. This is going to be awesome. Here's the old one, side by side with the new. Probably the best we can do. Cool. Take the old one out. And I'm just going to heat up the old solder and pull these wires off. Try not to inhale as much of this stuff. Try to inhale as little as possible. Got that one off. Got the second one off. Out with the old. And in with the new. not going to use the old metal that was here. I'm going to cut and strip some new stuff. Probably would be fine, but I'm not going to. Looks like this is some 18 gauge. You hear my son in the background, PC gaming. Never seems that exciting when I'm playing combat or Call of Duty, screaming and freaking out. I think I'm doing it wrong. They seem to have a lot more fun. So, have some new ends here. Stripped, it was 18 gauge wire. And we will go ahead and melt some new solder on it. I'm going to just put the wire through the post, kind of bend it over just to hold it there. If I can get it through here. Yep, just kind of bend it over just to hold it there while I solder it. Looks like I managed to cut myself in the process. No big deal. Grab my old school solder. This is pretty awesome, pretty retro. This is my dad's set. Check that out. The old Kester TV radio solder. Awesome. Very cool. And the way you solder things is you heat up what you're soldering, and once the metal is hot, you touch the solder to it to melt it on there. You definitely don't want to try to melt the solder and drip it onto what you're soldering. That would be very ineffective. So I'm heating up the wire and the post. The old school soldering gun. That did not get it very good. It got it, but I'm not happy with how much contact it got. Much better. I'll zoom in a little bit further. Just heating up that post and the solder at the same time so it drips over it. That's all. Pretty straightforward. I have very little soldering experience, as you could tell, or for those who know and do a lot of soldering could tell. But those are on there firmly. That's gonna work. Seriously, that is all that's entailed to this upgrade. Drop it in place, line up my holes, and kind of a tight fit. It's actually, I would cut the circle out a little bit further if this were any tighter, but it actually is just fine. Yeah, most car subs, auto subs, I think are 8-hole pattern. It wouldn't be a showstopper, I'd just drill different holes. Or like I just said, if this didn't fit the hole in the sub box, I could just sand it out a little bit wider. It was almost at that point. Kind of a tight fit, but that's good. It'll be nice and sealed. Actually isn't a sealed box, it's a ported box. Show you that here in a sec after I get this next screw in. Now, I don't want to bend my speaker grill, so I'm going to hand tighten this. Uh-oh, that one went through. Went through the hole in the grill. It's no big deal. That is awesome. This one back here, it's out of touch. I just over tightened it a little bit and bent the grill. That's not enough to cause a rattle or anything. Like I said, it is ported in the back here. This is really, I was just going to show my sub upgrade, but here is a view of one of probably my favorite speaker system I ever had. I just sold a Bose one that I thought was crappy, some $350 Bose thing. This one's way better. Like I said, this one's the Altec Lansing 80A880, and it's awesome. Kicks butt, or else I wouldn't be putting this kind of money into it. Really wasn't a ton, it's maybe a $60 sub, but cool. I hope it sounds good. I'm gonna go out in the man cave, rock it out. Thanks for watching.